We always get lists of the new videos that are coming out into the stores, and I wasn't familiar with this movie, but the name of it certainly caught my eye.
I never heard of it.
Pecker.
Pecker.
That's the name of the movie. We're just checking it out yesterday and calling around to different video stores and seeing if they had gotten Pecker yet.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just calling about a new release.
Yes.
Did you get Pecker yesterday?
Let's see. Yeah, it's on the shelves now.
So if I come over there, you'll have Pecker?
We should have. It's supposed to be here, so...
Thank you. So Pecker came?
Yeah, it did.
Thanks.
Videos, how can I help you?
You have Pecker?
Let's see.
Just want to know if Pecker came yet.
It shows that we have it.
So you got Pecker on the shelf?
Yeah.
You must be pretty well hung.
Video, this Mike.
Do you have Pecker?
Hold on, let me see if it's in yet. It's in, but it's out.
Pecker is in?
It's in, but it's out. We don't... Are you sure it's in right now, right?
Yeah, but is it in or is it out?
I carry it. They're all checked out at this time.
When's the first time I can come in there and get Pecker?
They all went out as of yesterday.
So Pecker's totally out?
Yeah, but we should have some in by Sunday. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
This is Tony Sweet. How can I help you?
You got Pecker?
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Hmm?
Is it in? Because I called another store and Pecker was out.
It's all in.
It's all in?
Yeah.
So if I came over there, you'd be able to give me Pecker?
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost me for Pecker?
$3.49.
It's not bad. Are you expecting Pecker to be hot?
Well, most of us rented out. We got like 4 copies on the shelf right now, so.
Do you know a lot about Pecker?
No, not at all.
No? Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Good morning. How can I help you?
You got Pecker over there?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Is there anybody there who knows anything about Pecker?
No, actually, it came in the day before it came out, and we have not been able to see it.
Oh, maybe I'll call back after you see Pecker.
Okay. Good morning.
You got Pecker?
I believe so.
Are you the manager?
Yeah.
So you're like the Pecker head?
There's 7 of them.
7 managers?
7 on the shelf.
7 Peckers?
Yes.
Sounds like a pretty good week for you.
Uh-huh. May I help you?
Yeah, I'm calling about a new release I'm trying to find. It's Pecker?
That came out yesterday.
Okay, I called another place and they didn't have it. Is your Pecker in or out?
I'm checking for you. We have 10 on men.
You have 10 Peckers in right now?
That's correct.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
And if you saw the picture of her in the paper yesterday, you know that Phoenix Mercury head coach Cheryl Miller's wardrobe is provided by the Men's Warehouse.
Many people think thoughtful, attentive service is a thing of the past. Those people have obviously not visited the Men's Warehouse yet.
Hi, George. This is Cheryl Miller, head coach of the Phoenix Mercury. I split a seam on my trousers the other night while I was arguing with the ref and making a jerk of myself, making sure I was the center of attention at the arena. I was really impressed at how quickly your people fixed my man pants. I think the Men's Warehouse is great. When I need man clothing that looks great on men, but makes women look as bad as they possibly can, I go there. Wearing man clothes helps me play up to the crowd at the arena. Thanks, George.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
We have Davy Jones, former Monkey, on with us. And hey, Davy.
Hello.
Back when in the heyday of the Monkees, you did a very bizarre movie that not a lot of people know about called Head.
It was quite a good movie. Unfortunately, it was rated X or whatever they rate those things are, and our fans couldn't get to see it.
Was the movie rated X because Mike took his hat off?
Probably, yeah. And his hair came with it, you know. I mean, what can I say? I mean, you know, as far as Mike Nesmith, you know, I mean, if bullshit was poetry, he'd be Shakespeare. You know, I mean, I've heard so many stories from this guy, you know. I've never heard somebody talk so long and say so little.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
So the
And that Peter Talk, he joined a one-man band, but he gave it up because of musical differences.
Oh, man, yeah, here it comes.
Okay, how about Mickey?
If Whit was he'd smell of roses. That's all I can say.
Okay.
You know, we do have former Phoenix Mayor Paul Johnson on the phone with us, and he's made mandatory school uniforms the main thrust of his gubernatorial campaign. Now, Mr. Johnson, you think that mandatory school uniforms will really increase safety in schools?
I really do. There's nothing that I want to see more than every high school girl in Arizona wearing a nice, crisp, pressed white shirt and a neat little pleated skirt.
Okay, well, that's what the girls would wear. What about the boys?
What about them?
Well, what would they wear?
Oh, I don't care. I just think it's essential and so vitally important to get all the state's high school girls into nice little high school girl uniforms. They're neat and pressed and somewhat prudish, giving absolutely no hint of the fire that burns underneath.
Well, Mr. Johnson, are you sure that school safety is the reason that you're pushing for these mandatory uniforms?
Oh, yes. When the high school girls have their little uniforms on, they're much more likely to follow directions and orders and be good little girls and only be naughty when they're out of their uniforms.
You know what, Mr. Johnson? Maybe we're gonna let you get going here.
Clean white cotton panties should also be part of the uniform.
You know, we're gonna take you off.
I'd
here.
like to get into those if I could.
You know, we'll see you later, Mr. Johnson. Good luck in the voting today. Story with the Mesa police
Just beginning.
Just beginning.
Right.
7 people are on paid suspension right now while they investigate allegations of the police on duty having sex in their cars in the Mesa PD. We know their job is to enforce the law, but sometimes they want sex, so they pull down their drawers in police cars. They deal with crooks and they deal with scum, but sometimes they want sex, so sometimes they get some in police cars. They bust the pimps and they bust the whores and they bust the thieves, and that's when they score in police cars. Their radio's on and their music is soft, so they pull to the side and get their rocks off in police cars. They serve the public, they walk the beat, but sometimes you find them in the back seat of cars.
Today's Tim and Mark Show is brought to you by the new product from Betty Crocker, Limp Bisquick. If you've got a hungry bunch of teenagers to feed, Limp Bisquick can whip up the most extreme batch of pancakes you've ever seen. So if your teenager's not getting enough food and is so skinny his shorts are hanging halfway down his rear end, fatten him up with pancakes that you make from Limp Bisquick.
Hey, Mom, these pancakes are f***ing great. I hate you.
Connie, my husband George and I just purchased a new motor home, and we purchased it out of state. He just tagged it yesterday. He was sweating it out as far as cost. He expected the registration fee to be somewhere around $7,500.
Wow.
Oof. And it was only around $2,000. If you guys could be MVD and admit your error and ask for the balance, that would be great.
So we need an extra $5,500 from him?
Yeah, again, my husband's name is George. He's short, slightly balding, and has somewhat of a hearing problem once in a while.
Okay.
Give him a whirl. Yeah, right?
Okay.
So, we got it rung
Okay,
up here.
all right.
Let's give this guy a try here.
Research.
Yeah, hello, I'm looking for George.
Oh, hold on a second. Hello,
Yeah, hello, who's this?
George.
Hey, this is Herb Simmons over at the Motor Vehicles.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were in and you paid your registration on the new motorhome.
right?
I don't know what you told the fella that you gave the money to, but I don't know what was going on, but he undercharged you something serious.
He did?
Yeah. And what kind of line were you feeding him?
Huh? I didn't feed him nothing.
Huh?
I showed him my title, and that's it. Don't accuse me of feeding anybody anything.
Well, hey, take it easy there.
All right, you explain to me what's going on.
Well, we need some more money from you.
Okay. What do you need?
Okay, what exactly did he charge you?
He charged me for the license plate.
Okay, well, you know, he undercharged you by about $5,500. You guys know each other or something?
Do I what?
You guys know each other or something?
I don't know the guy.
So this is a current year Airbus we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're talking about some serious bucks here.
We're talking about what?
How much you pay for that thing?
That's paid $99,000.
Exactly. Whoa. You must be making the big bucks over there.
Well, kinda.
What are you, the big boss over there?
Yeah.
Head honcho?
That's it.
Big cheese, top dog?
Yeah.
El Jefe.
What's up, man? So what's the deal?
Well, we need some more money. I mean, he charged you about $2,000 here. The registration for that is about $7,700.
Why would the registration be $7,700?
That's the way we work it out on 99 Gs.
And what would it be next year?
Next year, it'll be a little less. You get the depreciation. How big is that sucker?
36-footer.
Woo. Easy money. So, what are you going to do with that thing? Do a little traveling?
Well, that was the game plan.
I like camping myself. Getting out there in a tent.
Yeah.
What you're doing is kind of the cushy way.
All right.
Now, we need
talk
that.
to me here.
Let's get that money over here today.
Now, you explain to me exactly what's going on, okay? And don't be pushing me, talking to me like that. You tell me exactly what is going on, and we'll see what we can do. Okay? I walk in. I have no idea what the registration's on this thing, right?
Yeah.
I walk in. I hand the guy the title. He tells me what the registration fee's going to be. Correct?
Bingo, yeah.
Okay. I just bought a $40,000 Suburban. My licensing fee is $800. Now you tell me I'm going to pay $7,000 for a $99,000 vehicle?
So you just paid. You just bought a $99,000 motorhome and a Suburban for 40 Gs. What's the big deal about another $5,700?
Well, I don't understand what this.
You got the money. Fork it over.
Hey, pal, you just better change your tone of voice here.
I don't think you're hearing me very well. You got a hearing problem?
No.
All right. Just asking because, you know, you're taking this tone with me, and I'm trying to be polite here.
I'm being very nice to you. I want you to explain to me what it is that I need to pay this for.
For the registration. All right, you asked me to explain it to you. Let me explain it to you, okay? We are the state. You pay us money.
Stop being a dick, okay? Stop being a dick.
You asked me to explain it to you. I'm just
Not that tone of voice.
Hey, I'm just explaining it to you, Easy Money.
You get your supervisor or whoever, and you have them call me, okay?
Hey.
I'm not dealing with you.
Now, are you that short son of a bitch who came in?
Who?
Are you that short stuff that came in?
No.
Little thin on top?
No.
Yeah, I don't think you're following along here. Now, let me ask you something. If I pulled your brain out of your head and stuck it into a mosquito's butt, would it rattle around like a BB in a boxcar?
Yeah, what? You dick shit.
Are you numero uno over there?
Who in the hell are you? Who is it? Who is this? I want your name. I want to know exactly who in the hell you are.
What, are you going to call my supervisor?
Well, I don't know who you are, but you're really pissing me off.
What would you say if I told you that I'm the supervisor? If I feel like opening up a can of whoop ass on somebody, I'll do it.
I don't give a shit.
Now, let me tell you this. This is Tim and Mark over at KDKB.
No, it ain't.
Sure it is. And your wife, Connie, set this up.
You're shit, man.
Hey, George.
I think we got you, George.
I think you did. I think that's a bunch of shit.
Paul Rodriguez.
Hey, ¿qué pasa, Phoenix?
How about your stuff in the jails? That's fascinating to me. You've done a bunch of specials inside prison.
The first jail I ever did was Florence State, right here in the beautiful
state of
Arizona. Thank God I was related to most of them there. They gave me a few bucks, so I went to San Quentin. And you have Charles Manson there with his little swastika on his head. They're celebrities in their own right. You have the Hillside Strangler there, and they all got these nicknames too.
Right.
I'm the Hillside Strangler, Paul.
Right.
Maybe you've heard of me. I'm the Night Stalker. And they all give themselves these names.
Right. Two brothers are there too. The Menendez brothers. They're there too, right?
I never understood that. Now these are the only two Latinos who were living in Beverly Hills. How bad could life be? You want to shoot mom and dad?
Yeah.
Well, my father was molesting me. If my father would have moved us anywhere near Beverly Hills, I'd have volunteered to give him the best piece of butt he ever had. I would have said, "Come here, Dad. For all you do, this butt's for you." But anyways, I'm there, and they're asking me for an autograph. And what do you write to the Night Stalker? Hey. Yeah, keep up the good. See you in 100 years in hell. I've heard from some of them on
I was going to ask you about that.
On the website. And
some freaky feedback from some of those folks?
Yeah.
Some creepy stuff?
How dare they criticize your act like they're doing so good, like they're really funny, You don't see me walking up to Charlie Manson and go, "You punk, you weren't even there at the La Bianca home."
That's right. You waited outside.
You had some girls go do it. I'm from Los Angeles, and we got Freaky Rodman over there. I never understood why black guys get tattoos. This is like skywriting at night. What's the
Coming soon to theaters near you. He's the lowest of the low on the richest high school football team in the Valley of the Sun. He's there only to cater to thirsty players on the Paradise Valley varsity squad. Adam Sandler stars as the Mineral Water Boy. The Mineral Water Boy, starring Adam Sandler. See him try to do his part for the Paradise Valley football team's picky players.
Here, buddy. There's some high-quality H2O.
Hello. I asked for a lemon wedge with my water.
The Mineral Water Boy.
Right now, with us, we're so very honored to have.
This is exciting.
Oh, the brand new governor of Minnesota. Everybody's talking about Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah.
And he's with us right now on the Tim and Mark Show. Jesse, you beat one guy for the election, right?
No, two.
Jesse, that was an extensive answer there. Right, yeah.
Jesse, what was your...
Save some energy for later on in the interview. Don't blow it all in the first question.
Jesse, what was your original feeling when you decided to run?
This ought to be a great matchup here. You may see it turn into a brawl if one of them gets frustrated.
Okay. Are you kind of getting used to being governor of Minnesota?
Well, you got a little feeling out process going on here.
Do you think your opponents maybe didn't take you seriously enough and didn't campaign as hard?
But then again, that's what happens if you take shortcuts. You don't always win.
That's true. And what did you say? What did you say, Jesse, to your two opponents when they realized that you were indeed a factor in this race?
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. That's what I say.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the bell, too. You really picked up ground when you debated your opponents. What did you say to your opponents in private before the debate to psych them out?
I'd like to see pictures of both their moms.
Well, you must. I'll tell you what.
Politics is a dirty game, isn't it?
It is. It is, Jesse. It's a dirty game, and to run for governor of Minnesota, you must really love Minnesota.
This is the Hooter capital of the world, right?
You say so. I don't know. What's the first goal of your administration, Jesse?
We should give out cigarettes to kindergartners.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jesse the Body Ventura. Maybe we can talk again here on the Tim and Mark Show in the future.
If I had my choice, I'd rather get slammed in the middle of the ring.
Okay. Well, maybe not then.
One of the guest highlights of 1999 was an interview with Phoenix sports mogul Jerry Colangelo.
How much of your book is devoted to one Charles Barkley?
There's a story in the book that is pretty precise. When the trade was made for Charles Barkley, Billy Cunningham, his ex-coach and a good friend of mine, called and
gave me the needle real quick. He said, Jerry, I wish you had called me before you made the deal. I said, why, Billy? He says, well, I'll tell you what will happen. He's going to give you a great year, and then he's going to break your heart. The next sentence in the book says, he gave us a great year, and he did break my heart.
Yeah.
Mario Delcino, the oldest male exotic dancer in the country, ladies and gentlemen, maybe even the world, at 83 years of age.
Oh, you know what? I can kick my butt. I should have started this business 20, 30 years ago.
Now, how long have you been doing the male exotic
Just 5
dancing?
years.
Only 5 years?
Yeah, but I should have been doing it a lot longer. I was a stupid fool.
Now, what? Well, we all make mistakes here. But
This was a big one. Yeah, did I tell you that I also model? I model naked for the art classes. You know, they do that charcoal sketching and so, but I stand there naked and they sketch me.
You know, down in New Orleans, when you're modeling, say for the for the art classes, and you're modeling in the nude, it's real hot and muggy down there. They got the air conditioning on up high.
Oh, they got air conditioning. Everything.
Yeah. Do you have any problem with shrinkage?
You know that damn thing hangs pretty good.
I saw her walk on by and I said, oh wow. All of a sudden she is much more endowed. Some people think she's gifted genetically, but I think I know it's cosmetic surgery. Whoa, she's got a brand new pair of breast implants. She's got new double D's. I hope that she invites me over so I can have a squeeze. Yes, it's shallow, I will concede, but they're the right size for me. Whoa, she's got a brand new pair of breast implants. I think they're double D's. Before she got them, she had bad attitude. Her spirits were sagging, and so were her boobs. They pointed south, cup size, not much more than B's. But now she's got guys lined up at Tiffany's. Whoa, she's got a brand new pair of breast implants. She's got new double D's. I hope that she invites me over so I can have a squeeze. Yes, it's shallow, I will concede, but they're the right size for me. Whoa, she's got a brand new pair of breast implants. I think they're double D's.
Did you know that now there's a cheaper way than ever to call family and friends over the holidays? That's right. Just dial 1010-624-113-666-9245, 133-76224-177-886-2423, then 1 plus the area code, then the number, and you can save up to 85% over AT&T.
Wait a minute. Did you say that if I dial 1010-624-113-666-9245, 133-76224-177-886-2423, then 1, plus the area code, then the number, I can save big money on my long-distance bill?
That's exactly what I said, and it's just that simple. It's the way family and friends are getting in touch this holiday season.
So if I want to call Uncle Joe in Toledo, I just dial 1010-624-113-666-9245, 133-76224-177-886-2423, then 1 plus the area code, then the number?
That's all you do. I don't know what could be simpler, and you'll save big money.
So I can forget about all those other long-distance companies with their confusing numbers?
You sure can. Now with American Phone Con, your long-distance calling has never been easier.
And with the money I save, I can stay on the phone longer.
American Phone Con. They've got your number.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them. Good morning, KDKB. Who's there?
This is Bo.
All right, Bo, you got Tim and Mark here for early morning trivia. Now, the last 15 years in Texas, 46 of them have chose burgers. 27 have wanted steaks. 10 of them have wanted eggs. And the most popular item, actually, is French fries. 56 have chosen that. What are we talking about?
talking about last meals for death row inmates.
There you go. Very good.
What do you think you choose, Bo?
Oh, God. Am I allowed to say pussy?
I think you just did.
We have some brand new events for the X Games this year that you might not have known about.
That's very exciting.
Yes, some brand new events this year.
Okay.
At the X Games, Extreme Quarters. This is a twist on the old college drinking game where a quarter is bounced into a glass, and whomever is picked must chug-a-lug 12 ounces of beer from their own sweaty knit cap.
Wow.
Extreme Quarters.
That's exciting.
That's gross. They're not doing that, are they?
Yeah, they sure are. Or Extreme Water Skiing. It's the same as regular water skiing, but the skier has the tow rope put through his nose ring instead of holding on to it.
Oh, man.
Serious business.
We'll see who wants it.
Exactly.
Wow.
There's extreme gymnastics.
Okay.
Now, whereas, your regular gymnasts in the Olympics, they do incredible flips and twists hanging from 2 large rings on ropes from the ceiling.
Right.
Extreme gymnasts do the same thing on 2 large rings hanging from their buddies' nipples. Extreme gymnastics.
That's very extreme.
How about extreme swimming?
I'm ready.
You heard about this?
No.
Competitors race through the pool, not against each other, but to see if they can get from one end to the other without their baggy shorts being pulled off.
Now that's extreme.
Yes. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. It's time for Tim and Mark's
Want me to lead us off? Austin Anderson phoned this one into us, and I believe it's a new Clinton joke. Maybe the last one.
Austin Anderson?
Austin Anderson.
Okay. Sounds like a pro wrestler.
Hey, what did Clinton say when he heard there was a terrorist attack on the White House?
What did Clinton say when he heard there was a terrorist attack on the White House?
Quick, get all the interns under my desk. What's the first thing a Gila Bend stripper takes off?
What is the first thing a Gila Bend stripper takes off?
Her bowling shoes.
We'll stay in Gila Bend here, okay?
Okay.
Why did the Gila Bend guy cut his Viagra pills in quarters?
Why did the Gila Bend guy cut his Viagra pills in quarters?
Well, he just wanted it up enough so that he wasn't peeing on his shoes anymore.
Okay. Yeah, depending on the angle of the dangle, I guess a quarter would do you there.
What do you call a lactose-intolerant woman having multiple orgasms?
What do you call a lactose-intolerant woman having multiple orgasms?
That's a non-dairy creamer. Hey, what's it called when you go down on an anorexic?
What is it called when you go down on an anorexic?
A bush light. Hey, did you hear about the top 3 party games at the old folks' home?
We didn't hear about the top 3 party games at the old folks' home.
Sag, you're it. Hide and go pee. And Red Rover, the nurse says bend over.
All right.
Hey, what do you call a blonde with pigtails?
What do you call a blonde with pigtails?
Blowjob with handlebars.
Oh, my.
Hey, when you order a taco at the arena, how can you tell if you're at a Mercury game?
When you order a taco at the arena, how can you tell if you're at a Mercury game?
They ask if you want it with or without the cherry.
The Peoria, ladies and gentlemen!
Did you hear about the Gila Bend lady who bought a new brush for her toilet?
We didn't hear about the Gila Bend lady who bought a new brush for her toilet.
After a week, her husband said, "Man, I gotta go back to the paper. That thing is killing me." Hey, did you hear President Clinton gave up cigars?
We didn't hear that President Clinton gave up cigars.
Well, cigars are for pussies.
See, not like sissies.
Hey, did you hear about the guy from Gila Bend who bought his wife a wig?
I didn't hear about the guy from Gila Bend who bought his wife a wig.
Well, he heard she was getting bald while he was at work. How can you tell the Jedi Knight was from Gila Bend?
How can you tell the Jedi Knight was from Gila Bend?
Darth Vader told him, Luke, I am your father and your uncle.
We got a fax from a guy who was checking out some stuff in the Auto Trader. Faxes us. He says, yesterday afternoon, I called this guy about a truck that he has in the Auto Trader.
Okay.
I asked him some typical questions about the truck. After the second question, the guy said in a snotty voice, all I needed to know about the truck was what the ad said. I asked about air conditioning because I want air conditioning in the truck. I asked him if it had AC. His response was, I sell trucks. I don't sell air conditioning. After that response, he just hung up.
He's going to have some trouble selling that truck, I'm thinking.
He said, the guy goes on to write, the next thing that happened really caught me off guard. It turns out the guy has caller ID. He called me right back and told me if I wanted AC, I should go to an effing boutique. And then hung up again.
Okay.
So one of my coworkers called him and asked the same basic questions, and when it came to the air conditioning question, the guy responded, I don't know, how many 2x4s does your house have? And then hung up. The guy's a little quick-tempered and a little snotty.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
We got the ad. We got the number. Let's do it here at KDKB.
All right.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm calling about the truck.
Which truck?
The Chevy C30.
Which one?
The one in the Auto Trader.
Well, I probably got about 4 of them in there. There's probably 100 other ones.
I think it's the 88.
I still have that one.
Great. Is it clean?
Yep. Just like the ad says.
Great. How are the tires?
Good.
Hey, does that have air conditioning?
I don't know. I don't sell air conditioners. Checker Auto sells air. I sell trucks.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be able to put an air conditioner in there. I'm just curious if it had one.
Got air, got air. If it ain't, it ain't. I don't know. I don't play with all them options.
I'm sorry. You don't have to be a grumpy Gus.
Well,
Do you have a radio?
I don't know.
Got to have tunes.
Whatever. I don't know. If it's got it in there, it's got it in there.
Have you ever driven it?
Yeah.
How come you don't know if it has AC in it if you drove it?
Well, what makes you think I got to know if it's got AC in there or not?
Didn't you drive it?
Yeah.
Did you look down at the dashboard?
Probably.
Did it say AC?
I have 20-some goddamn trucks around here. Now, I don't go out and look at every one of them and see if it's got some pussy goddamn ad on it or not.
Oh, he's gone.
Wow.
Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. My name is John Beaver. I know that a holiday celebration isn't the same without a little bit of holiday cheer. And that's what my family and I have provided you with for over 20 years at our store, Beaver Liquors. Whether it's vodka, gin, brandy, whatever, there's nothing like a good Beaver liquor. We've got all different kinds of Beaver Liquors, including, for an after-dinner drink, Sweet Beaver Liquors. Ladies, don't set your holiday table without a Beaver Liquor right in the middle. You know it can get kind of chilly this time of year, so curl up with a good Beaver Liquor. Beaver Liquors is a family-owned business. Everyone involved is family. Me, my wife, all 3 of our sons. We are all Beaver Liquors. So remember, when you think of holiday spirits, there should be one name that's always on the tip of your tongue.
It is.
Beaver Liquors.
Yeah, you're in Phoenix, Sammy. Great to have you in town, man.
Nah, thanks, man. Happy to be here. The weather's fantastic. I could be in Cabo right now, for all I know.
Hey, what's Sammy Hargrave's cure for hangover? Did you get him from time to time?
Mas tequila.
Hair of the dog.
I asked for that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I didn't start drinking until I was about 30. It's a crazy thing, you know. Well, on a serious note, my father was an alcoholic, and he died when he was 53 years old. Drank himself to death. So. Kind of turned me off, you know.
Well, sure.
Like when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, my friends, when they'd get drunk, they'd start acting like my dad. I'd be going, hey, man, don't be embarrassing me, man, you
Right.
know. And I was always a smoker, man. I'd twist one, and I was happy with that, you know.
We have Brett Michaels from Poison on with us. You recently won a court victory in regard to the video with you and Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
How much
this is such a touchy subject, so I'll talk as gently about this as I can.
Okay. Believe us, we all envy you.
Yeah, well, it was. I'm just going to say this up front. It was cold that day. All right. And no, but it doesn't matter. For me, it wasn't. She was married, had kids. I say this, and I'll never say anything morally correct after this, but it was morally the right thing to do was to stop the tape.
Yeah, I was going to say, be careful, man. You're coming off like a gentleman here. Be careful.
Don't ever let me say that again, though.
John Mullen is the guy's name, and he passed away at age 85 earlier this week. John invented the laugh track, ladies and gentlemen. And, in commemoration of the great gift that he has left to society, the laugh track, we will take you now to his funeral service. Well, good afternoon, ladies and germs.
It's his funeral, huh?
I appreciate all of you coming. I know many of you have traveled a long way. I myself just flew in from Cleveland, and boy, are my arms tired. At the airport, I asked someone from the airline to call me a cab, and he looked at me and said, "Okay, you're a cab." John was a good man who would hate to see us sad like this. In fact, I know what he'd be doing if he were alive today. He'd be scratching like hell to get out of that coffin.
Let's go back to the phones. A lot of people calling about our trivia question. San Bernardino was judged to be the smelliest city in the entire nation.
Right, worst smelling city in the country.
Portland being the best.
Right, and I don't have the list. I wish I did, of, kind of the rundown, but I don't.
Let's go back to the phones here at KDKB. 260-9393 is the number here on the Tim and Mark Show. What's up?
Hey, we've got the best and the worst of it right here in Phoenix, man.
Is that right?
Southbound on I-17 about McDowell, you got the Rainbow Bread Factory, man. It just smells like heaven driving down there.
Yep, that's a good one.
And about 30 seconds later, you got the Durango Curve and the sewer plant down there. It's just horrible, man.
Now, why'd they put those two so close to one another?
I don't know. It's not part of the kitchen, though,
Yeah, well, we were mentioning also Baseline and Price. There's a little area right in there with some kind of sewage treatment deal that acts up every now and again.
With women, too, you can ask that question. Why'd they put those two so close to each other?
And sometimes one of them is like a bread factory.
Oh, God.
Tim and Mark's hidden microphone was there at J5 III's party.
Excellent.
And here's the clip we were able to get before it was discovered.
Okay, come on, everyone. It's time to sing Happy Birthday to Fife, the birthday boy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear low-life deadbeat. Got off too easy because your wife paid for your lawyer, and we wouldn't doubt if the jury was tampered with. Half a man who hides behind his wife's skirt who should be in prison getting bent over. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, there you go, yeah.
We've been talking about Election Day today with good reason, and one of the things we've been talking about, Proposition 201, the cockfighting proposition. A pretty famous celebrity coming to Phoenix to make an appearance to speak for cockfighting.
The grandfatherly Wilford Brimley.
He did do some ads, too, so let's go ahead and run Wilford Brimley's cockfighting ad.
Hi, I'm Wilford Brimley, and I'm big on tradition. There's talk here in Arizona about a proposition that'd make it illegal to practice a tradition we know as cockfighting. A tradition that's been passed down in my family for generations. My dad had a cock. My granddad did too. Only his cock wasn't quite as active as Dad's. Hell, Dad gave me my first cock when I was 12 years old. And I did the same for my boy. And he'll do the same for his son. As long as you vote no on this cockamamie cockfighting proposition. I'd hate to think that my grandsons or yours couldn't take their cocks out for a little action on a Saturday night. Heck, I did. I took my cock out damn near every weekend. Got pretty well known around town, too. People'd see me and say, "There's Wilford Brimley. His cock took a real licking last weekend and kept coming back for more." Well, I'd swell up with pride knowing that my cock was the talk of the town. Do you see what I'm talking about here? Tradition. Vote no on Proposition 201.
Paid for by the Committee for Bad Wilford Brimley Impersonations.
Long-suffering Diamondbacks fans, we've We've been waiting a long time for this. We fans have been waiting for so long to see the Diamondbacks field a winner. Cubs fans know how we feel. Red Sox fans know how we feel. You stick by your team through thick and thin, and you will be rewarded.
You bet, yeah.
You will find your place in the sun, unless the roof is closed. Of course, this hasn't always been easy. It's been a long road to the division title, and it's been a rocky road. A hard road. Sometimes it hurts to love so much. And Diamondback fans who've been there since way back in the beginning know all too well that loving their team was sometimes very trying. Some fans remember those hard times when the air conditioning wasn't working exactly right and the temperatures in the stadium soared to nearly 79 degrees. There was that terrible stretch, I believe, during the inaugural season, when the concession stand ran out of strawberries and cream. And everybody knows it's just not baseball unless you're dipping strawberries into whipped cream.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Tell it.
I don't even want to think about living through that one-game period when the roof was broken and we couldn't watch it close before the game, because that's baseball.
It's pain. It's pain.
True.
But real baseball fans hang in there. Even during that one grim game when the playground and center field stands was closed for repairs and my kids actually had to sit and watch the game.
You were there, man.
I was there. No fan should have to go through that, but we love our team. I remember that bleak offseason when they only spent $40 million on free agents. Those were hard times. But still, we rooted our Diamondbacks on. We cheered for them through the dark days. We real fans knew that with an expansion team, it takes time to build a winner. We knew it wouldn't happen right away. Sometimes it takes a season or a season and a half, sometimes two. But patience is a virtue, and we stuck with the team through the long stretches. We knew we'd be rewarded. I'm proud to be a member of that fraternity.
Hear, hear.
The fans who've stuck with the Diamondbacks since way back in the beginning. I salute all those people who proved they were true baseball fans by staying till the 7th, sometimes the 8th inning before leaving to beat traffic.
That's a fan.
It's been an epic struggle, but finally our ship has come in.
Yeah.
Go Diamondbacks.
One of our biggest thrills in 1999 was talking to former Led Zeppelin bass player John Paul Jones. Well, share with us one of your Spinal Tap moments, if you can. Something maybe from your Zeppelin days.
Spinal Tap. Well, we actually have done that bit where they're walking under the stadium, like looking for the stage.
Really?
Yeah.
That really happened.
And you come out in the same corridor or something like that. And I know the way.
Yeah,
We'll follow you. Okay, and you're around again. You can hear the crowd above you going. No, we'll be there, maybe next Tuesday, but we'll make it.
When you come back around to that one janitor who's like, I told you guys, you take a left down at the end of the hall. Yeah. What other kind of stuff are you listening to on the CD player these days?
Well, and the rock side of things, Dark Star, Tool.
Tool, okay, great, yeah.
Morphine. I'm looking forward to the new Nine Inch Nails record.
Yeah, very good.
Do you have any Tool T-shirts?
No, you want to send me one?
Yeah, sure.
Jeez, even John Paul Jones asks for free stuff. I can't believe it.
Everybody assumes I get stuff free, you see, but it doesn't happen.
When you come out to do the Phoenix date, we'll bring as many Tool T-shirts to the show as you want.
As I can shake a stick at.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Are the percussionists with the Grateful Dead? Mickey Hart's on the phone with us. You're kind of archiving music for the Library of Congress.
That's a big responsibility.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, the library has the largest collection of recorded sounds, and that's what I've been doing. I spend a lot of time in Washington now, and I was the Senate appointee, and Strom Thurmond signed my appointment on the floor of the Senate. I was going to ask Strom, where do you keep your hood, man?
This has been set up by Art, who works with this gal, Christy. Says she's about 25 and single. Can be a little flirtatious on the phone.
Okay, all right.
She works at a counseling referral service. She will try and put you on hold a lot if you sound like a weirdo. We have the direct number here, so let's just dial it up.
Okay.
And go for a Tim and Mark prank phone call at KDKB.
This is Christy.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
I'm calling because I got to call about getting some counseling.
Okay, what insurance do you have?
Well, I just want you to understand I'm not one of those, those people with problems. I'm not one of those losers that, you probably talk to all day.
Oh, okay. Can you hold on 1 second for me, please?
Hello?
Yes, can you hold 1 second for me, please?
Not really.
Okay, my other line is ringing. I have to put you on hold 1 second.
All right.
Thank you.
She's got the radar on today. Huh?
Quick.
She got you pegged.
Okay, thanks for holding. I'm sorry?
Yeah, I just want you to understand. It's important to me that you understand that I'm not one of those bozos that you talk to all day. I don't even have a problem, but my boss says I do. So.
Okay. And you're looking for a counselor?
Yeah, I mean, he says I'm in denial, but I say no way.
Okay. What insurance do you have?
It's the health partners.
Health partners?
Yeah, not crazy about them.
Okay.
Yeah, once in a while I got to do that pissing in the jar thing.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, what I can do is send you a list of the providers that we contract with.
This whole thing is bogus. I mean, let me ask you something, all right? I'm a car salesperson, and I'm working on the lot, and I'm showing a car to this lady, and she's taking all day. And she can't decide this, she can't decide that. So I told her to wait. I go into the bathroom. I have a little eye opener. A little 151 or something like that. And that's a big deal. I mean, what do you think about that? That's no big deal, right?
Well, that depends on how often you do it a day.
You've done the same thing, right?
Can you hold on 1 second for me, please?
Damn it.
Hey, weirdo.
Sir, can I ask your name, please?
Now, I said to this lady, I go back out there, and she's like, oh, I want to see the glove compartment. I'm like, yeah, how about if I fit your head in there? All of a sudden, they're making me out to be some kind of bozo.
I'm sorry, who's making you out to be some kind of bozo?
My manager.
Your manager is. Well, sir, I can definitely mail you a list of the counselors we contract with, and you can get help with one of them. Do you want to do that?
But I want you to understand, I'm not one of those losers. I don't need the help.
Okay. I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Les Unkachalik. What's your name again?
Christy.
Hey, you want to go out for some drinks sometime?
That wouldn't be appropriate, sir.
You sound kind of cute.
Oh, well, thank you, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to go out with anybody who calls me on the phone. Thank you, though.
All right, if I stop by, would,
Stop by?
Yeah. So I'm not calling you on the phone. I'll stop by and...
You know where I work?
Well, I got the number. I guess I could, if you want to tell me.
Oh, okay. Can you hold on 1 second for me, please?
Anyway, I mean, I'm sure that you talk to a bunch of, zeros, anchors, and losers all day, but I'm not one of them.
You're not, huh?
No. And this is my boss's idea.
And where do you work? I'm sorry?
It's a car dealership.
Oh.
Yeah, they make such a big deal out of me falling asleep once in a while. I mean, if you were out there looking for a car and you saw some guy sleeping, that's not a big deal, right?
Can you hold on 1 second for me, please?
Hey, you get high?
No, I don't.
Want to try?
Not really, but thank you. How do you spell your last name?
Unkachlick. Hey, let me ask you a question. I mean, I'm sure you talk to a bunch of bozos all day, right?
No, I don't.
I mean, I'm not one of them. I just want you to know that.
That's fine. I can understand that. I see that. What's your address?
Well, so let's get together and maybe do some toot or something.
How did you find our number, sir?
So what do you think about the nose candy?
No, thank you, but, that's a very nice offer.
You bet it is. Expensive stuff.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's high quality.
I like to treat my ladies like that.
That's very nice of you. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
You know what I can do is I can grab one of the cars off the lot and drive over. Yeah.
Can I ask you who put you up to this?
Sure you can.
Who is this?
It's Tim and Mark from KDKB.
It is not.
Yeah.
The 35-year-old former Scottsdale cop who's filed a lawsuit against the city of Scottsdale and the police department.
Saw that.
The story is he was let go because he allegedly gave some cameras to a couple of 14-year-old girls and told them that he wanted nude photos. His claim is that he never said nude photos.
Okay.
He said, I want new photos.
Okay.
N-E-W.
N-E-W. That's what he claims is what he said. That's kind of, new photos instead of nude photos. And I'm also sure that he wanted pictures of them meeting each other. Yeah. I'm sure he said that he wanted pictures of them pressing their boots together.
Yeah, boots, B-O-O-T.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a cop, so I'm sure he also said that he wanted pictures of their snitches.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right after the pictures of them with their eggs spread.
The lady with she's got 20 monkeys.
Right.
In cages in her backyard.
Right.
They're always getting out of their cages and harassing the neighbors around her, climbing over the fences, bothering the pools, and they throw their crap around.
There's a bit of an aroma.
They throw their crap around.
That's when they get mad.
Ugly story. Especially, it's caused this whole rift in this one neighborhood where the lady has all these monkeys.
They're real cute until they live next door. The sounds of monkeys fornicating is hard to ignore. My neighbor's got monkeys, smells worse than the pound. Their feces, they start slinging every time I tell them keep it down. Wrecked my yard, they're ruining my life. They're always hopping the fence and feeling up my wife. I caught one peeing in my pool. I can't count all the times I've stepped in monkey stool. My neighbor's got monkeys, smells worse than the pound. Their feces, they start slinging every time I tell them keep it down.
Cover charge, $15. Round of drinks, $23. Table dance, $30. Another round of drinks, $23. Couch dance with tips, $55. Round of shots, $34. Private dance in your hotel room, $300. Having her leave without ever hearing her complain or having your wife find out about it, priceless. MasterCard. Master the possibilities.
One of our favorite guests of 1999 was Rachel, one of the organizers of a female masturbate-a-thon.
Pick up with Rachel, who is on the phone with us. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
So are you excited about tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Have you been kind of holding off for a while to sort of build up to tomorrow?
Build up the tension? No, not particularly. One of the great things about masturbation is it's a very renewable resource.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that so true?
In fact, one of the things that got us going on this whole masturbate-a-thon was kind of bringing female sexuality more out of the closet and into the open, because there's a lot of talk about guys sort of playing with themselves and all that, but with women it's really the great silence.
Yeah, well, once the guys hear about the women doing it, they're going to start also.
Yes.
It falls
true.
into
I think
place.
it's going to be hard for women to catch up.
Yeah, it falls into place.
It's very funny with guys. It's like, if a guy hears about another guy, masturbating, it's like, oh, God, what a loser. And then if he hears about some girl doing it, it's like, oh, God, I got to go masturbate.
Excuse me for a minute, yeah.
Coming to theaters this weekend, Richard Gere and Julia Roberts star as a couple of airline employees who fall in love in The Runway Bride.
That's stupid.
Do you take this woman to be your wife? In sickness and in... Oh, God, look out, it's a plane!
Richard Gere and Julia Roberts star in The Runway Bride.
Wow. They were 3 kids in a small town in Maryland. They were 3 kids in search of some answers. They were 3 kids in search of the truth. But most important, Josh, Mike, and Heather were in search of something to eat. The Sandwich Project. I'm so hungry. We might die out here. The Sandwich Project. Now playing with the brand new thriller, The Sun City Sixth Sense. Bruce Willis and some kid you've never heard of star in The Sun City Sixth Sense. I smell old people. They're everywhere. The Sun City Sixth Sense. You know that feeling you get when your nose hairs tingle?
Yeah.
That's when old people are around. Can you make them go away?
I'm working on it.
It's the most frightening movie to come along in ages. It's the story
of what happens when the spoiled rich girl from that old TV show, The Facts of Life, gets a yeast infection. It's the Blair Itch Project. She tries to keep it quiet, but it winds up leaking out. The Blair Itch Project.
Hey guys, look in the mirror. Are you losing your hair? Before another hair falls out, try Extra Strength Prometia. Ask your doctor about Prometia. In laboratory tests, 63% of men experienced some hair growth with Extra Strength Prometia. So try it and start enjoying life. Extra Strength Prometia is not meant for men with heart conditions. A very small percentage of men taking Prometia have experienced slight sexual dysfunction. It's also not meant for women. Certain ingredients inside Prometia capsules can cause birth defects some of the time. So pregnant women should avoid touching it with their hands, breathing its vapors, or sticking it in their rectum. Extra Strength Prometia is found to sometimes cause ugly and painful scabbing in the armpit area of men under 30. Men with a history of breathing can sometimes experience spontaneous combustion when taking Extra Strength Prometia. In rare instances, men who forget to take their daily Prometia pills have had their head explode. Leprosy may occur. Do not mix with water. Certain men who have mixed Extra Strength Prometia with over-the-counter cold remedies are still not able to stop pissing themselves in public. Over 100% of men taking Prometia have developed breath that can knock a buzzard off a shit wagon. Come on, men. Wouldn't you like to have a full head of hair like when you were younger? Try Prometia and get back in the game.
Warning, warning.
1999 was the year that Sheriff Joe began broadcasting bedtime stories for the inmates in Tent City.
Sheriff Joe puts the inmates to sleep. He reads them a story, they don't make a peep. They're under their covers out in Tent City, cuddled up closer than men ought to be. There's Joey who's in for simple assault, shoplifter Kurt and DUI Walt. They put on their jammies and crawl into bed, anticipating what's gonna be read. Bill who got caught for burglary and deadbeat Paul take their goodnight pee. Car thief Luis rushes back to his cot to hear which story the sheriff has got. Most of his stories have a calming effect, but Sheriff Joe, he's not perfect. He read the wrong book, he lacked common sense. He should not have read Deliverance. Sheriff Joe puts the inmates to sleep. He reads them a story, they don't make a peep. They're under their covers out in Tent City, cuddled up closer than men ought to be.
Hey folks, it's Halloween time again, and Hershey's, the people who brought you Crackle, have a new taste treat for you. Hershey's has joined up with the most famous adult film star in the world to bring you a new Halloween treat, Christy Canyons' Big Hairy Crackle. You've probably only seen people eating it before, but now you can dive in too. Christy Canyons' Big Hairy Crackle. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl. She wants as many people to eat it as possible. Sure, the outside looks good, but wait till you taste what's inside. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Does it taste good?
Oh, God, yes.
It's a taste treat that lasts all night. So this Halloween, try the new candy that's really a treat. From Hershey's, it's Christy Canyons' Big Hairy Crackle.
1999 featured the worst guest we've ever had on the air with us. Alleged feces expert Ralph Lewin couldn't answer a single question. Here are some of the highlights.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm not quite sure about that.
I have no idea. I'm not sure that she deserves it. Yes, maybe. And then I don't know why. I don't remember what the Japanese. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. I don't really know about. No. I'm not really involved with slang. I mean, I've dealt with the scientific aspect. I can't tell you about that. I just sort of read that fact. I thought it was rather interesting. I really don't know, but maybe, yes. I don't know, horses, I suppose. I don't know too much about that. You can ask somebody who raises horses. I think the people who keep horses, well, I never knew that, but thank you very much for that additional piece of information.
You're welcome.
That's very useful. I don't know why. I don't remember.
Don't buy that
one of the
book.
most disappointing
That was
interviews we've
horrible.
ever had.
That guy sucked.
He sent us a fax. He goes, Peter says, I recently purchased an expensive, high-end, radio-controlled car. I convinced my boss, whose name is Rex, okay, to get involved in the sport also. Rex purchased a radio-controlled truck, complete combo package from a very large mail-order hobby outlet. He assembles the truck by himself, and when he was done, after 8 to 10 hours, the truck would not run at all. He also found out that his radio transmitter does not have the features that were advertised in the ad. So he called the hobby company. He works his way up to the vice president of marketing and sales. They would not let him speak to the vice president of marketing and sales. And so what he did was he sent off a very, very snotty and fiery fax to the vice president of marketing and sales.
Are you going to be the vice president of marketing and sales?
The vice president of marketing and sales. His name is Kevin.
This is Rex.
Yeah, Rex. Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Rex. This is Kevin from Hobbies.
Yeah, how are you doing?
What's up with this fax?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you called. As you can see, I guess I've got some problems here.
Well, you know, I'm glad to give a call back. A lot of people stumble through these things, and we try and help them.
Well, the way this started off, like I said, I was comparing your equipment to some stuff at a local hobby store, and
I'm glad you went with us because we're the best.
well, one of the things that convinced me to do that was these the specs on that radio.
Right.
You know, I thought those would be handy. I wanted to be able to drive it. I wanted to be able to have my kid drive it, and I thought, well, you know, if it's got switches so I can adjust the speed, I can flip it where, you know, they've only got half speed out of it or whatever, and the proportional steering controls for the sensitivity, I thought that'd be handy too, you know.
It's a beauty, isn't it?
But it doesn't have those features.
Well, you keep at it. You probably just put it together wrong.
No, if you looked at that radio, it doesn't have those features.
Yeah, you keep at it.
Keep at it. I mean, the radio was advertised to have proportional steering controls and mechanical ATV.
Right. Well, you probably got a little fumble-fingered when you were putting it together.
I didn't put the radio together.
You keep at it. You'll get it.
I don't understand your reasoning.
It's all there.
No, well, they're not.
Sure.
There's two pots on that radio. They're both zero pots.
Right. Well, I'm in marketing and sales. That's all Chinese to me.
Okay. Well, I mean, those features aren't there. I mean, I didn't not build this radio right. I'm a mechanical engineer. I understand.
You may have gotten just a little clumsy while you were doing it. Maybe you got excited about getting it together and you just missed something.
No, I didn't.
Well, keep at it. You'll do fine.
That's not the response I was looking for.
Sorry.
You know, I bought this as a package so that I wouldn't have to worry about trying to figure out what speed controls went with what radios and all that kind of stuff.
Right. That's why we put it all in there. It's all there.
But it doesn't work with that mechanical speed control. I'm getting about 2/3 of my full speed with that speed control. That radio is a 50-50 split between forward and reverse.
Right.
Speed control that came with that truck is a 70-30 split.
Right. Well, like I said, that's all Chinese to me, but those are beautiful.
Okay, well, is there any... I don't get what you're telling me here. You're telling me just live with what I got, even though it's not what you advertised I was supposed to get? Is that what you're telling me?
That should be fine.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to use it at all? That's a shame to waste that kind of money.
I'm not going to pay for it. I'm sending a copy of this letter
to my credit card company.
What letter? The one you faxed to me?
Yeah.
Well, you may want to, when you rewrite that letter, you may want to take some of the attitude out of that.
Well, I tell you what, when I initially called, I didn't have that attitude. I mean, I called because what I got wasn't what you said, and it didn't work right, and I was looking for a resolution. I was on hold for 55 minutes, and when I got my answer back, basically it was your answer right here. It was like, well, you know, don't worry about it. You know, you got what you got. And
Right. See, probably what happened was you were on hold and they were talking to somebody else who just didn't put it together right. I'm sure if you go back and you fool with it, get those things all tidied up.
No, I'm telling you, I didn't put it together wrong.
Yeah, see, a lot of people, they get at that and they get so excited about getting it together that they make mistakes that they don't think they're going to make. And they got to go back and just, you know.
I didn't make any mistakes. I'm a 40-year-old degreed professional. I've got a mechanical engineering degree. There is nothing to put together on the radio. It physically does not have what your spec sheet says it has.
Right, and the spec sheet says what for the radio?
The spec sheet says it has proportional trims for steering and throttle that let you match their sensitivity to your driving style.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. That's all Chinese to me.
Well, I know what it means. It means it's got a proportional steering control and throttle control that lets you match the sensitivity to your driving style, and it doesn't have that.
Well, a lot of times when you first get that thing, you first start, you know, running it around, you don't quite have the touch. I'm sure if you work with it more, you'll get the touch.
Your spec sheet says it has potentiometers to adjust that. It doesn't have those potentiometers. It's not there.
It doesn't have the what?
It doesn't have any pots to adjust the sensitivity. They're not there. It doesn't have those.
Yeah, see, that's all Chinese to me.
You falsely advertised. I didn't get what I paid for, and
that's kind of a big claim there.
Those functions are not on that radio.
I'm betting dollars to donuts you goofed.
Well, you're wrong. I
think you goofed.
I didn't goof.
I think the assembly was botched.
Well, you're wrong. Well, where we're at here is I'm going to write a letter to my credit card company, and I'm going to dispute these charges, and I'm not going to pay the bill because you're wrong. I'm right.
That's wrong of you.
No, it's not wrong.
That's dishonest.
No, it's not dishonest. What's dishonest is falsely advertising what the capabilities of that radio are.
I guess when we send out a product, we can't always rely on the integrity of the customer.
I guess when I buy a product, I can't rely on the honesty of the spec sheet. And I don't understand your attitude with this. I mean, you say this is all Chinese, you don't understand this. Well, maybe you ought to go look at the products that you sell and see if your spec sheets are telling the truth.
I'm trying to be reasonable here with you, but you keep cussing me out.
I haven't used a cuss word once. You got any engineers on staff there or something? Go talk to one of them and ask them if that radio does those features.
Well, I talked to one the other day who said he spoke with you, and he said you just didn't get it.
Well, I do get it. I mean, what they're trying to tell me is that those proportional steering controls are the zero controls.
See, that's all Chinese to me.
Okay. Well.
See, I think what happens is a lot of times people get them, and they're not as proficient on them as they think they're going to be, and they get frustrated, and they start making excuses.
I discovered this and wrote this letter before I even drove the thing.
Well, you haven't even used it yet, then. How do you know what works and what doesn't?
Because it's obvious. The radio doesn't have any proportional steering controls. And the speed control, you can see without driving the car that the wiper on the speed control is not going to full speed. It's a good quarter of an inch away, an eighth to a quarter of an inch away from reaching full speed.
Well, you're in Arizona, right?
Yep.
So you're rarely going to need the wiper. I mean, it's mostly sunny there, right?
The wiper doesn't have anything to do with the windshield wiper. It's the wiper on the speed control.
Ah, well, that's all Chinese to me.
Well, I'm not sure how you you obviously didn't call to discuss the problems with what I have with the car because you don't understand the problems I'm having with the car.
Yeah, I just called to put this baby to bed.
Yeah, but you can't put it to bed by just blowing me off because your company's wrong.
No, we're all set. It's all in there.
Well, I obviously don't agree.
That's what I do. I call folks who, trying to get out of paying for their things, and I just put those babies to bed.
Yeah, well, I've had the same credit card for 20 years. I've never missed a payment. I've never defaulted on a payment, and I've never disputed a payment. I assume they're probably going to stand behind me, and they're going to call you up and say that I've declined to pay the bill.
I don't think they're going to pay any attention to you. You're probably just a number to them.
Well, that could be, but I'm still not going to pay the bill. So, I'm willing to. I'm willing to work with you. You're not willing to work here at all. You're not willing to do anything. You're just saying tough.
You see, you're cussing me out again.
Not again. I never said one word to you.
If we deal with you, then that hurts the bottom line. Can't have that.
Do you want a customer that's going to tell everybody he knows what a job he got at Tower Hobbies?
You probably don't know that many people.
You're unbelievable. Okay. Well, whatever.
Now, what kind of a name is Rex?
Good name.
I had a dog a few years back named Rex.
You must have been a good dog, because if you know what Rex stands for, it stands for king.
It was a poodle.
Yeah, well.
Now, I think there's one thing you can do to get this car working right.
What's that?
You get Peter involved with it.
How do you know Peter?
Peter's going to clean up all those mistakes you made.
How do you know Peter? Oh, you dirty bastard. Who are you?
It's Tim and Mark from KDKB.
Christ. I'm going to kill him.